Welcome in, welcome in. Hey, this is a little different. We have an extra person.
I've been trapped. They took me.
I'm excited.
I'm not here by choice.
This may be the best episode you ever listened to. Probably the most chaotic, but I think
Easily the most chaotic.
I think it'll be the
Easily
best.
the most chaotic.
Because we have diverse opinions, diverse personalities, something like that. It's gonna be
Are you
a really
the
fun time.
diverse personality?
I'm the diversity hire.
And what? Oh,
The
he's
DEI?
a non-Ethan. He's a non-Ethan.
Yeah, I'm.
Oh, yes.
So he is the DEI.
Brought to you by Ethan Sandwich.
Yes, this is crazy. He's not Ethan squared anymore.
Yeah.
We're
well,
making-
not today.
Not today. We're still gonna have that. Don't worry. You guys won't lose that privilege.
Y'all
in
only
your
do
life.
that without me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
It makes me uncomfortable.
we're excited, boys. We're excited, cause we're gonna be previewing. So me and Parrish already looked over the 3, 6, and the 4, 5 matchups in the East and West. And today we're gonna look at the 2 7s and the 1 8s of the first round, and kind of deep dive preview them. And we'll have Samuel's opinion now. Anything you guys want to get in before that? Any thoughts? Are we ready to lock in?
We're just gonna go with assuming either of the teams for the game that's currently happening. The Mavs Grizzlies game.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actively happening. It'll be over by the time this is over. But
Yeah, I think the Grizz were winning.
Grizzlies
by
have been winning the entire game.
Yeah, why don't we save that till last?
Yeah, let's do
Yeah.
that one last.
Okay.
That sounds good. Okay, so here's our first round, our second half of our first round preview of the NBA playoffs. Let's start off with, obviously I'm a Rockets fan, so this is going to be one of my favorite matchups, but I think one of the most interesting matchups. Let's look at the number 2 Houston Rockets, number 7 Warriors. And this is a series that actually the 7 seed Warriors are favored. And I've been seeing a lot of Warriors picks. What is your guys' initial thoughts on this series?
My initial thoughts is that this is probably the series I'm most excited for. Like honestly, out of it's this and Nuggets Clippers, out of like just excitement for these series.
Yeah.
I feel like this series could go either way. It could end in 5 games. It could end in 7 games. I wouldn't be surprised. Only surprise would be if there's a sweep, but I don't see that coming.
If a sweep
Sweep
came,
is not happening.
Whoever swept the other team's gonna win the championship.
Oh yeah,
like that would be
Oh,
crazy.
yeah. But after the Warriors, who'd they play?
The
For
Grizz.
playing- yeah, for the Grizzlies. After watching that game and just watching Jimmy and Curry just go off side by side,
Both 30 plus.
like that momentum coming into this, it's gonna be a hectic thing for the Rockets to handle. But I think they've just performed all season, so it'll be fun watching either way.
Yeah, I think this is like a really unique matchup because so you have one team on one hand who's the Warriors, who have the 2 best players in the series. Jimmy Butler and Steph Curry is better than any other player in the series. At least that's what I think. I think most people would probably agree. But then they have really nothing around them. I mean, Draymond's a great defender, but on the offensive end, there's nothing reliable. And on the other hand, the Rockets have every perfect surrounding piece. Like, all they need is a star player, and this team's a bona fide championship team. But they're missing that. So it feels like 2 teams on opposite ends of the spectrum playing each other.
Well, sure. You got the young dudes
Yeah.
who are scrappy, play a lot of defense.
The old
And
heads.
then and then you have the old dudes, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know when you want to give predictions, but I think it's going to be very, very difficult for the Warriors to put together consistent possessions. Like I expect a very low scoring series
Yeah.
overall. And the last time they played, I think Curry literally scored 3 points.
It was only 3 points, yeah.
So
And
you
Jimmy didn't
have-
do much either.
You have a team and a coach in the Rockets in Udoka who are just like intense people who get in people's faces. And I just, I don't foresee the Warriors having a lot of success offensively. Plus, with their lack of size, they're going to have trouble rebounding a lot, I think. And so the Rockets being a pretty good rebounding
They're
team.
the best offensive rebound team in the whole league by a lot, like a big margin.
So I think that could be a really big problem for them. Another recent development is they've stopped playing Kuminga. So the only dude who plays consistently for them that offers like some size and athleticism, they're now not playing.
Yeah.
And so Kuminga wouldn't have been an equalizer, but he would have helped match the athleticism that the Rockets offer.
Yeah, but he's so
and
bad.
so
But yeah.
now, I mean, besides Jimmy and Curry, who's going to give you 18? Who's going to give you 15 to 20?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so you need those kind of scores to get you there. But bigger than that, who's guarding Şengün?
Draymond Green's done a great job against Şengün
Okay,
in all their matchups.
what about Steven Adams?
Well, yeah, when it's the double big, that's a big
the double
advantage
big
for the
lineup,
Rockets.
even Jabari Smith, the double big lineup is gonna eviscerate. And I really worry that the Warriors aren't really gonna have much of a shot. I imagine Amen Thompson, he's gonna be all over Curry. You got Tari Eason or whatever of the billion defenders that you have guarding Jimmy. I would think it's Tari, a bigger athletic wing.
I think Dylan guards him the most, but Tari and him are gonna be interchangeable. Like one is gonna be the court at all times guarding Jimmy.
Sure. I just think I think this is a pretty simple series for me.
See, I don't see it as that. And I agree with the Rockets are going to shut down the Warriors on the defensive side. Like, the unique thing about the Rockets is most teams can, kind of neutralize one star. Like, they have a great defender, shutdown defender. Rockets have three of those guys. They have Tari, they have Dylan, and Amen Thompson. So they could, in theory, shut down both Jimmy and both Steph. I mean, they're still going to get their buckets. Those guys are so good. But they have...
Are they?
They're still going to get...
Thompson held him to 3.
I get that, but that didn't happen every game.
He didn't touch the ball.
Yes, no.
I can see that happening again for one maybe 2 games, but I think watching Curry over the past just decade effectively at this point, even though yes his production's gone down and his ability to get open, his ability that he was down for that game, I think he still is going to explode one game, him and Butler.
Sure, but that's one game.
That's the hard part is can they get that back consistent?
They're gonna do everything they can to scheme Steph open. And so you saw in the Grizzlies game, they had Scottie Pippen Jr., not old man Scottie. They had Scottie Pippen Jr. on Steph, and he was doing the thing Amen Thompson did. Obviously, he's not as good as Amen Thompson, but he's still a fast, good defender. And Curry still got 33 in that game. Now, I don't think Curry's gonna do it every game. But the Warriors' sole focus is going to get Curry these open buckets, so he's going to get some, right? It's going to be way harder, but they're still going to be able to score. But like you said, I think the Warriors at most are going to get 90 to 100 points each game.
The difference between Scottie Pippen Jr., who's a good athlete, and Amen Thompson is Amen Thompson is 1A athlete in the NBA.
No. I agree it's going to be super difficult, and like I said, I think they're only going to score average maybe of 90, 100 points this series, as in the whole team. But the problem is the other side of the ball for the Rockets. Yes, I think the Warriors only going to score 90 points per game, but there's a chance the Rockets only score 90 points per game. They're so bad in half-court offense.
They are, but it may not matter because the Warriors turn the ball over so much, and it's been a problem for years. I mean... with a team that's athletic and can run like they can, I'm just not sure that I have a bunch of confidence that Golden State can match that. Now, the argument for Golden State is the first round you get a lot of rest. So there's 2 days in between games. And so you're getting a rested older team. That's good for them.
Yeah.
But are we 100% sure that we're going to have 4 Curry games?
But there's Jimmy too.
4 Jimmy Butler.
You don't need
games?
4 of each. You need 2 of each. You need 2 Jimmy games and 2 Curry games.
But your Jimmy game to win is going to have to be 40 points.
He scored 38 against the Grizzlies.
Do you think he can do that against the Rockets?
I think one thing that can hold back the Rockets is also we talk about the older team.
Sure.
And in a lot of ways, physically, that gives the edge to the younger Rockets team. But there is something to be said about the Warriors team, of course, Curry, you have Draymond, you have that Warriors team that is older and has experience, and you have Butler who has experience in the playoffs. And, that experience does matter. And so,
yeah, it does.
Game 1, I could see being a repeat of that game that happened a few weeks ago where Curry just had 3 points. But then just that adaptability through the series can change.
I understand that the Warriors do have more playoff experience, but it's not like the Rockets players are without playoff experience.
Fair.
It's not like the Rockets coaches without playoff experience.
Ime's one of the best coaches, and he's going to adjust well. I don't think that's going to be a problem.
I do agree, Dylan Brooks' experience in the playoffs, Fred VanVleet's, Steven Adams, it's not the same, but it's there.
Yeah.
And those are
I mean,
the
Fred VanVleet
leaders
was
of
on
the
a
team.
finals run.
Sure, yeah, he was probably the third most important player on the finals.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I don't think either of these teams have like high levels of. I don't think either one has a chance to win the title.
Yeah. Well,
But I think
I disagree.
I disagree.
I don't think either one has a chance to win the title. But if I had to pick one, it would be the Rockets.
Okay.
Because I'm not sure. I think the Warriors are too old.
Okay.
I think they did the Jimmy Butler trade a year late. And I think they haven't traded away Draymond Green fast enough. They need more scoring with Curry, I think. And the idea behind Butler's nice. I think he could be a good fit. But you also need more size to compete. And then also the lack of athleticism, I just think will really be a struggle. They have some guys who can defend and do some things, but I don't know that it's going to matter a whole bunch.
I have a quick question for you. Do you agree that it's going to be a low-scoring series?
Yeah.
I think the only I'm going to actually choose the Rockets, and I'll give my explanation for that.
Okay.
But I have Rockets in 7, and the reason why I think it's going to be so close, in a series where it's going to be low-scoring, where the margins are going to be thin, like when you have a low-scoring series, they're going to be thin. It's pretty easy to lean towards the team with the 2 best players in the series. Like when it comes to playoff time, it's the best players, the best scorers who can create in the half-court offense. Yes, I agree. It's going to be really hard to do against the Rockets. That's the people you can trust the most. That's why I think it's going to be close. Yes, I'm still choosing the Rockets for many of the things you mentioned, but I think it's going to be a lot closer than you're saying just because Warriors have the best 2 players, and one of them's the greatest shooter of all time.
Yeah. No, I get that. As a general rule, you should definitely pick the best player in the series. Okay? But I don't think there's a time where every player gets too old.
Yes.
Okay? I think that time has come and gone for Jimmy and Draymond.
I can read
I
Draymond
agree.
because he's a non-factor on offense shooting-wise, but I don't see the Jimmy evidence. He just dropped 38 in his one.
But what's the Jimmy evidence that he can do it? He hasn't played in a playoff series in 2 years.
He hasn't in 2 years?
No.
Let me look that up.
He didn't play last year.
Did
They
he lose?
went. He didn't play.
Oh, that's right. Because
Oh,
he's
okay.
injured. But the last time he was healthy, he
2
was
years ago.
Yeah, 2 years ago. I agree, but in his one evidence we've just got, he dropped 38 points and looked.
In a playing game.
A playing game is when both teams are really playing their hardest.
A
'Cause you
playing
don't have-
game against the Memphis Grizzlies, who just lost their coach and can't
I
defend.
get that, but they're okay at defending. They have athletic
They're
defenders.
okay.
No, I agree. This is gonna be a hard series. I'm just saying I think you're disrespecting Jimmy and Steph a bit.
All the respect in the world. They're great. No, they're great players. I find it hard to believe that, like, people are thinking of them as maybe a dark horse title contender.
Which I agree with that.
I really find it hard to believe that the 36-year-old Jimmy Butler, is that right? 35?
36, I think.
Yeah, we
And
can look that up.
36 sounds.
And
37 for
Yeah.
Steph.
so I find it hard to believe that those two, plus a non-scoring Draymond and no size, can make it past
35 for
round
Jimmy.
one. Especially against a team who's great at rebounding,
Yeah.
really good at perimeter defense.
Mm-hmm.
I just find it very difficult to see that they can win a series.
I get it. I just think since it's a low scoring series, I lean towards the team that can create in the half court versus the team that can't. But I think like you said, they're so good in transition. They're so good at creating turnovers and chaos, which the Warriors are bad at. They're so good at rebounding. Warriors have no rim protection, and the Rockets are great at driving. I think those factors give the Rockets the advantage, but I think it's going to be a nail-biter every game and intense. And this is like the start of the Warriors-Rockets rivalry part 2. Like, did you see, like, Tari Eason
it
during the
ever
middle?
end?
Yeah,
Did
it
it
never
ever end?
ended, but, like, low-key it just, like, changed. Like, Tari Eason during the middle of the season said, yeah, I hate the Warriors. And then last game, when the Rockets kind of, like, dunked on the Warriors and Steph scored 3, Ime Udoka was trash-talking the whole game to them.
Oh, yeah.
And after the game, he said, yeah, we knew we had them when Steph started crying. He said they're all crybabies. So it's gonna be cinema
It's going to be fun off the court. Like, watching.
on and off.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's going to be close in the same way that the Pacers-Celtics series was close last year.
Okay. You just think Rockets are gonna win more, like just win in the last.
I think
second
it's
of a
going
bunch
to be
of
like
games.
I think it's going to be like a 4-1 series.
Okay.
I think it's going to be 4-2.
Okay.
Like, I think it's
4-2
going to be
Rockets?
Rockets
Okay.
and 6.
Okay.
I think we'll get we'll get 2 games apiece from Jimmy and Curry that are like great offensively. I just think one of those games will be at the same time, and I don't think it works. I think they also lose one of those games. So
Yeah, I think the one thing, the way the Warriors win this is if their role players are hitting threes. That was like one of the keys I wrote, because the Rockets are going to be so focused on Jimmy, on Steph, that some role players are going to get open shots. The problem with Warriors role players is you have a non-shooter in Draymond. You have Gary Payton, who half the time is scared to shoot.
Pods.
You have Pods, who in theory should be a good shooter, but he's shot 37. Hield's a good shooter, but he's a non-factor on defense. So I don't even know if you can play him. And then the Rockets allow the third least three-point attempts per game, and that's because just how lengthy they are. And even if they're playing aggressive on Steph, doubling Jimmy, they're so lengthy with like Jabari Smith, Tari Eason, that they can get out to those and contest those threes. So yeah, I think the Rockets are still have the advantage in that. But if the Warriors are somehow hitting threes, if Draymond, if Jimmy, because you can leave Jimmy kind of open from 3 too. If those guys are hitting threes, that's how the Warriors win.
Well, the Warriors are going to have to try and play some bigs that they haven't played in a while.
Quit in post time.
Well, no, Post is definitely playing.
You know he plays, but you got to play him a lot. You got to, especially in that double big
but
lineup.
Looney's going to play. Trace Jackson Davis is going to play. I just don't see it working out.
One thing about the double big lineup that the Rockets have is that low-key, they may not be able to play that double big lineup in Steph Curry minutes. Like if the Warriors play super small, with like one center in the middle, let's say Quinn Post.
Give me the Warriors lineup, and I'll give you the Rockets lineup.
I'm saying this is like assuming the double big lineup. I'm saying it may not be quite as effective as we think. So let's put Quinn and Post in there, put Curry, put Moody, put Pods, and put Draymond or sorry, Jimmy. Did I say Jimmy already? I don't know. So okay, Jimmy, Curry, Moody, Pods, Post. Let's just say.
So you have 3 guards.
Forward and a center. Maybe you put Draymond instead of one of those guards.
So Moody instead of Moody, put Draymond.
Yeah, I think there's gonna be a lot. They're gonna try to switch a lot in that, and get like Steven Adams on Curry or Jimmy, and so that lineup may not be quite as playable in this series.
Well, okay, so against the lineup that you're talking about, and you're telling me I have the 2 Rockets bigs.
So Steven Adams and Şengün.
Yeah, I would go Amen. Probably Green.
Yeah.
And Tari Eason or Dylan Brooks.
Oh, you need another guard probably. You probably have to have Fred VanVleet out there.
Why not? Why?
Well, because there's no offense creation at all.
Oh, Green.
I mean, Şengün is
Şengün.
Şengün's a good hub, but you still need a point guard in that lineup.
Yeah. Okay. Well, then trade me Green for Fred VanVleet.
Okay.
So defensively, you have Steven Adams on Green, I guess. No, well,
Steven Adams on Green. Oh, on Draymond Green. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you'd have Şengün on, I guess, Post.
Yeah.
And then Amen on Curry, Tari on Jimmy.
Yeah.
Or Dylan Brooks, whichever. Maybe Dylan Brooks might be a little bit better. And then I forgot who the third guy was. I said VanVleet.
Yeah.
Or Green on Pods.
Yeah.
See, I don't think you're winning that.
I think maybe take out Draymond Green and put in there a shooter. It's just like you can get a lot of open threes. I think the lineup will still be useful. I just think the Warriors will be able to scheme to expose that lineup to get Curry open threes. Because since there's 2 guys who are not athletic and to follow Curry, like usual lineup, you have 4 guys who are athletic enough to follow Curry around. Now you go from having 2 guys who can't. The Warriors will find ways to expose that. It's just my thing. I think you could play those minutes when Curry's not playing.
Amen's going to play 40 minutes a game.
Yeah, yes, I agree. But there's going to be times where Curry will get off of. Every once in a while, you'll have to do switches. You'll try to do as least as possible. Yeah. And you don't want to have both Steven Adams and Şengün as a potential switch guy. And that's the scary thing.
Yeah, but if you're playing Draymond and Quentin Post,
well, maybe don't put the Draymond Quentin Post. Take that. I'm just saying.
So are you benching?
I'm not the coach, so I don't have a lineup right now. But I'm just saying that Steph Curry, I think Steve Curry can cook up things, or Steve Kerr can cook up things to Curry open threes.
Sorry, I'm not trying to get aggressive. I'm just saying.
Oh no, you're good.
I just try and think through lineups. Like, okay, how do the Warriors cause as much stress as possible?
Yeah.
And I think the lineup you just gave is right.
Yeah.
But how does that stop? Like, I can make 5
Oh
different.
no, I think the
Houston
lineups
Rockets
you make
lineups.
are gonna beat them. Yeah, I just think the double big is not the lineup to beat that lineup.
But I think it still can.
Maybe. I
Because
just don't think so.
Draymond's not a scorer. Quentin Post isn't. I mean,
Yeah.
he can shoot a little bit, but
Yeah.
are we really worried about Quentin Post? You know, he's basically like fatter Matt Bonner.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it's Rockets in 5.
Okay.
I know that I'm in the minority.
Yeah, that's okay. I would love Rockets in 5. Like, I would adore that. Because I hate the Warriors. But yeah, I'm gonna say Rockets in 7.
I'm Rockets in 6.
Okay.
And you're up.
All right.
Perfect. But I think that's a really good thought experiment of like the different lineups. And I think that's going to be really interesting. I think with both these in this matchup, there's going to be a lot of lineup variation.
Yeah.
Just because both offenses are going to be hard to like produce, I think you got to have a lot of lineup variation. So, I think that's a valid point. Let's go to the next 2-7 matchup.
Celtics Magic.
Celtics Magic. Samuel, what's your initial thoughts?
Oh, right. My initial thought is just based off of the Celtics' just historic ability to shoot the 3 ball and like their volume. Like they're just hucking the ball from deep, game in and game out. And the Magic, I'm pretty sure the worst 3-point team in the league.
I think you're correct. They're the worst offense.
Like, I think it's a horrible matchup for the Magic. I think they're just gonna get shot down, literally, just shot down from.
Yeah.
They've made the playoffs. Congrats, and you're going home. That's all I have to say.
That's
Valid.
good. What, do you have a game number?
4.
4?
Oh, four
Celtics in 4.
4 is crazy.
I'm going 5. So Celtics in 5. I think a lot of the same things you said. This is going to be largely a throwaway year for the Magic.
Yeah.
Injuries kind of got to them.
Injuries, you need more shooting. Is Suggs even back?
No.
So he's not going to be back. I was pretty sure he's out for the year. They kind of need center help, low key. They have 2 nice wings, but both are kind of streaky shooters. It's just going to be difficult for them to win this one.
Yeah, I think I actually have the Celtics in 6. And here's my reasoning. Yes, the Magic is one of the worst offenses I've ever laid my eyes on.
Sure.
Like,
yeah.
oh my goodness, it's like watching like a terrible movie. It's like what movie is that? There's a Marvel movie. Oh, it's the newest Ant-Man movie. Like that thing was awful to watch. That reminds me.
Quantumania?
Yeah,
Quantumania,
that thing
yeah.
is like my least. Like I hate watching
What
that
about
movie.
like Miss Marvel or?
I didn't watch that. See,
I've seen it,
that's
yeah.
so low. I didn't even watch it. It's like watching a Minecraft movie, but at least with the Minecraft movie,
It was at least funny and
it was
nostalgic.
funny and it was like a good
Oh,
vibe.
did y'all see it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Was it like?
it was.
The
Should I
only
watch
reason it
it?
was good is because I was sitting next to him and we were making jokes.
Should me and Tringo watch it or no?
Yes.
Yeah.
And also there was like
Take,
reactions in
Devin with
theaters.
you.
Yeah.
Take Devin with me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Would be cinema. Yeah, there's a bunch of like reactions in the theater. Not as much for ours, but you've seen like all the. Have you seen like the reels and stuff of
The
people?
chicken jockey?
Yeah,
The
people
kid
like-
holding the chicken up in the air.
I have this one friend, Isaiah actually, and his brother works at a movie theater, and so obviously this was during the chicken jockey stuff. So there was this one like group of high schoolers that got like a whole bucket of popcorn, poured out the popcorn in the trash, filled the whole thing with butter, and then during the chicken jockey scene, they poured it out like chunked out over the whole crowd, like just a bunch of butter, and it mainly went over this one girl. And then that girl's dad was there, and he like chased them out of the state, like out of the movie theater.
Well, that is just
So
assault.
that's the kind of stuff
Whoa.
you should expect to experience watching the Minecraft movie.
Okay.
But the Magic are the Minecraft movie,
Yeah.
but without any of the funny parts. That's their offense. But their defense.
it's the first 20 minutes.
Yes,
That's what.
yes. The
it's
first 20 minutes of the
match.
Minecraft movie was awful.
That's the playoffs. All the playoffs. This is the Magic series.
I like that analogy. The Magic offense is the first 20 minutes of the Minecraft movie.
You'll understand when you
That's
see
like
So-
deep.
So like Paulo's like Jack Black,
yeah. He gives Jack Black
and
Lives hair.
then
Same
Franz is
Franz.
Jason Momoa.
Yeah. Oh no, switch that. Jason Momoa is Paulo, and Franz is Jack Black.
And
then,
you're like, oh, this is gonna be good.
and then KCP is like that girl, like the one that did nothing.
Yes. They just shipped the women off. at
Wendell
one point in
Carter
the movie.
Jr. is the black girl,
Valid.
like the and then Anthony Black is the little kid.
Yeah.
Because he has like both of them have like curly hair, and so yeah, this analogy works like incredibly.
well.
It's way too well. But the reason I'm saying 6 games is their defense is so good. They're just gonna be pesky and annoying to this Celtics team. Anthony Black is 26th. This is like all in box, our defensive box plus minus, was it just a all overall defensive advanced statistic. KCP's 15th. Franz is 55th. Paulo is 69th. Wendell Carter is 36th. And then Jonathan Isaac didn't play enough games to qualify for it, but he would be a top 10 in that. And so
Jonathan's great, bro.
Yeah, their defense is just going to be annoying, so I think they're going to take away like 2 games. Also, Jaylen Brown coming back from an injury kind of thing. I think he's going to be a little rusty. But yeah, Celtics still have this. There's no doubt for that, I think.
Okay. Yeah, I'm with you. Hypothetical.
Okay.
Would you take Trae Young in a trade if you're the Magic? Say Suggs for Young?
What's your thoughts? I want to hear yours.
Or some sort of like Isaac, Wendell Carter.
Okay. I want to keep Suggs because I'm a big Suggs believer.
Okay. So keep Suggs. Mm-hmm. Pair like Wendell Carter and Jonathan Isaacs and picks for Young.
Maybe go like a Cole Anthony and
Okay.
Cole Anthony and then like some more contract filler like a Caleb Houston or Gary Harris or something, and then like picks.
Sure.
Because I want to keep Jonathan Isaac and Wendell Carter. I like those guys a lot. I like those boys.
Okay.
Maybe I'd be fine with losing one. I would take the trade. I think that's the kind of guy they're missing. Yes, he's one of the worst defenders I've ever seen, but the Magic have the right defenders to compensate for that. And they're just missing a creator. Like, I mean, Paulo's a good creator. Franz is a pretty good creator, but they're not like an offensive creator. They're like creator for myself kind of thing. I think Franz is okay like offensive creator, but they're more like I'm gonna create my own shot. You need that creator who can also shoot threes. Though Trae Young's 3-point percentage is not great, he's still a good 3-point shooter. I still believe that. So yeah, I would take that trade. What do you think?
Okay, my question for you is: you said that like, that's their missing piece. To get them where? Like, where does that get? Like,
I think if they had a fully healthy season, I think they would be better than the Pacers. They would not be better. The Knicks would be better than them, but they'd be right below the Knicks. That's my thought. With that defense, with Paulo and Franz, they're so good.
Yeah.
And finally, a point guard to create offense for them. Because those guys are not supposed to create their own offense. They're supposed to have a point guard that creates it for them.
So you're thinking about it in context of this year, but for next year, like I don't think the Celtics team will be the same just because of the cap stuff. Mm. So they have to trade away multiple pieces.
Yeah.
The Knicks are probably going to make changes.
Yeah.
The Bucks are going to make changes. The Pacers can't bring back Miles Turner. So a lot of these teams are going to get worse or just more weird.
Yeah.
So I don't know what it would put where it would put them.
Yeah. I think top 4 of the East.
Okay.
Top 5 to 4. Because also the Pistons are going to get better. So there's going to be some shifting around. But I think 5 seed to 3 seed range would be my mindset.
I don't hate that.
What's your thought on that? Like, would you take that trade?
I'm not a Trae Young hater. Mm-hmm. He just has to fit in a very specific place.
This is true.
And I don't know if it's the Magic or not. Preferably, it would be somebody with really good rim protection. But I don't know who. Straight off the top of my head, I don't know who that would be. I don't know who the team would be. Could it be a Minnesota?
For Trae Young, you're saying?
Yeah. I'm trying to think.
Trae Young location. Ooh.
I'm trying to think. Like maybe it's a Utah Jazz.
Well, I don't know. The Jazz are in such a weird spot. Like,
well, I'm just throwing out teams because, and this is a totally different topic than what we were talking about. But like for Young, I mean, he's gonna let so many people buy him that you need somebody to protect the rim. And it's not that Carter's bad, but that's not like his thing.
Yeah.
So I mean, maybe I don't know.
You said Minnesota, they have that rim protector in Rudy, but I don't know how a Trae Young Edwards pairing would work, and I don't think money wise it could ever work.
Well, you'd probably do like Randall plus DiVincenzo. So basically, you traded Karl Anthony Towns for Trae Young.
I mean, better than Randall. So,
hey, Randall, I think he's gonna be okay. We'll see.
Well,
I'm holding out judgment.
I think he's gonna be good, but he's never gonna be what Cat was.
No, but you have to think about it. It's also Dante.
Mm-hmm. But still, that Cat's been so good on the Knicks. That trade looks awful.
Yeah, they shouldn't have traded. The person they should have traded was Gobert. That's my personal opinion.
I could agree with that too. I think Magic is probably the best place for Trae Young. Maybe. No, I was gonna say the Bucks if Dame's career is sunk, like that could be a guy with Giannis because that'd be a pretty dang good pick and roll. But right now Dame's there, so I don't see it happening.
Well, I'm wondering
soon.
where the Giannis trade is too, because I think that's coming the next couple years.
Not next season. I think the season after that. That's my thoughts.
I don't know.
I think it'll be 2
Because if they
issues
lose,
down the road. I don't think it's next season.
so if they lose, okay, this is a totally different conversation. So let's do like max 5 minutes on this. Okay. So Giannis and the Bucks lose in 5 or 6 to the Pacers. Okay. What are their moves to get better? Lillard doesn't have a ton of value, being a 37.
Yeah, something around there. We'll just say 30 old.
Kuzma.
Kuzma's not that guy. He is not that guy.
Okay. Portis.
Old.
And I know it ain't Brook Lopez.
Brook Lopez.
So what are the moves? What are the moves?
That's a really good question.
So does Houston get desperate after they lose? If they lose in the first round and trade for Lillard?
No. They're saying they're not gonna trade for Durant even.
Well, I'm just trying to figure out what are the teams?
You're kind of forced to run it back. When they made this Drew Holiday trade, they're like, I don't see many people trading Dame, or even if you trade Dame, you're not getting enough back where Giannis is like, yes, I'm okay with this. The only Dame trades are going to happen is trade for young players and like picks.
Well, see, I think that's what it's going to be. I think you trade.
But then Giannis is going to say,
no, I think you get ahead of it. And I think you shop Giannis.
This sounds like the Luka.
This is just Luka.
This is Luka. You're Nico Harrison.
But I think the Giannis thing, like we've been expecting Giannis to ask out for so long. I think this is way different than Luka because I think Luka genuinely liked Dallas.
Oh yeah.
This is saying, hey, we know Giannis is unhappy.
I don't know if he's unhappy yet.
Well, but that's why they made the Drew Holiday for Lillard trade.
Yes.
It's because he was unhappy.
But they also, Dallas also made a move for Kyrie. So it wasn't like Dallas wasn't making moves. I don't think Luka was like, yeah, I don't want any moves happy.
That was different. They, had to get somebody to play with Luka because they let Brunson go and they had nothing else.
I agree Luka was more loyal, but, a team like Milwaukee, or a place like Milwaukee, no free agent wants to go there. No top-tier free agent.
Well, free agency's dead.
Yeah, free agency's dead anyway, but no free agent nor no sign-in. Sign-in trade's the new thing, kind of thing. And so sign-in trades, both parties gotta have to agree, and no one wants to go to Milwaukee. You don't get Giannis's almost ever. This guy's a top 30 player in NBA history.
Sure.
And so I just wouldn't ever try to get ahead of it. I'd always be like, once he asks, I'll trade him out, but I'm gonna hold him as long as possible.
How old is Giannis? 31?
Probably.
Somewhere in there.
So, I mean, you're talking probably 3 more years of high-level Giannis.
I mean, he's 30, so 6, 7 more years. I mean, Steph.
I don't know about 7.
Durant's 37, Steph's 37.
Yeah.
LeBron with a similar
No, but think about their play styles.
LeBron was not that much different when he was younger. I get it, it's not the same, but
LeBron has always been able to shoot.
Well, no, I agree that the shooting, but LeBron is still physical now, just like he was when he was around 32. That's what I'm saying, the physicality.
I'll give you
Are you saying more because of the shooting? I thought you were saying because of injuries.
No. No, I'm not worried about injuries. I think his game is purely based off athleticism and getting to the rim.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Offensively.
Yeah.
Defensively, he's really good.
Mm-hmm.
I just wonder, what's his value going to be 4 years from now? So let's get ahead of it. I mean, you could get crazy value for him right now. You could get 2 young, awesome players and picks.
Mm-hmm.
And,
But odds are you're not going to get a Giannis.
You're gonna get what the Mavericks should have got.
Yes, but you need a Giannis. You need a top 7 player in the NBA to win a championship. That's always been the case.
Yeah.
You never win without one, and it's very rare that you're going to get one back in the Giannis trade. So, with Giannis, you have a championship in theory window. They are not doing good with it.
Well,
but without Giannis, the window's completely shut.
Well, I think the window's shut right now. Because I don't think they can. That's my personal opinion.
Yeah.
I think he's the 3rd best player
in the NBA?
Yeah.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
3rd to top 5. I mean, but nobody like Lillard is hit or miss. Kuzma's miss.
Yeah.
Brook Lopez is old and can't move.
They're off him next year, off his contract.
Okay, are they?
They open up $23 million.
Well, they don't open it up because I think they're second April.
Yeah, they're second April, so they don't open it up.
So they just lose him.
Yeah. Which it's
getting
okay.
it's getting worse.
It's getting worse. I'm not saying they're in a good direction, but I'm saying trading Giannis would make it even worse for me.
But I think it makes it worse, but it makes it better because you're rebuilding.
But it's so hard to rebuild in a place like Milwaukee, I think.
Well, no, you just draft.
You had to draft. Drafting is hard.
But they drafted Giannis.
They did. They did. But that was the 15th pick. It was a lucky thing. I'm saying getting there Giannis is hard. So I just wouldn't. But I see your reasoning.
Yeah.
I see why you do it. Like, since they're kind of backed themselves into a corner, and it doesn't look like there's much hope. I feel like there's a little more hope. But I see what you're saying. I get it.
That's my own personal.
Yeah. I like it. What do you think? Would you trade or would you?
I would not trade Giannis now.
Okay.
I would maybe a year and a half. Like, not trade deadline this season, trade deadline the season. Like, not this upcoming season, the year after is when I would start thinking about that. If, like, your position hasn't moved after moving on from Dame.
I'm almost always team blow it up. Mm-hmm. So.
Which I don't think people blow it up soon enough. So I'm on that train, but you're even more on the train, which I respect. Because that's a train that, like, I've been climbing on. I've been climbing on that train, and so maybe I'll get.
It's a train that's hard to get on.
It's hard to get on. And
I'm kind of there with New York too.
With New York,
yeah,
like the Knicks.
Yeah, not like completely blow it up. But I think they need to retool some of it.
Wait, why?
I just don't love. I don't.
Wait, I get the Bucks one, but I don't see this one.
Like, you overpaid for Bridges, you're not getting a return. I think you way overpaid for OG. I think that's going to hurt you long term. I think if you could get out of the OG contract, that would be awesome.
But how do they get better? Like, I think they can win a championship.
OG for KD.
Well, yeah, okay, if that's an option, then yeah, I agree. But that's not blowing it up.
I think, okay,
like,
maybe not blowing it up. I think they need big change.
The Brunson Cat 1-2 is good enough to win an NBA championship. But the pieces they have around them are not good enough because they only have 3 guys in the no depth. So that's why I think they're not going to win it. But I think that 1-2 is good enough, so I would keep that 1-2. I mean, you get KD, then go for that.
You need, I think the future of the NBA is, and I took this from somebody, I don't remember who.
Okay.
But
it's your original thought. We're going to give it to you. Credit to you.
It's 2 players, 2 max level players, and then a bunch of dudes who are way lower.
Yeah.
Okay. And so you can't afford 4 of those guys.
Yeah.
Which is what they have right now.
Mm-hmm.
Not that all 4 are max level dudes.
But they pay them all like that.
They pay them all really high. And I don't know that you can win like that. I mean,
that's valid.
Point the team that shall not be named.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
that is.
Do you know about our role?
You mentioned it.
The team in orange.
Yeah.
In
south of the Nuggets and the Jazz.
Yeah, in that godforsaken state.
That just fired their coach.
We cannot mention them. I mentioned them twice last episode. Yeah. I almost bad. after the episode, me and Parrish got in a fist fight because it was that. I mean, understandably, he came and attacked me because he should have. He did his job well.
Yeah, back was turned.
No, that's what you should have done.
Punched straight to the back of the neck.
And I appreciate it because
you were down immediately.
I still have the wound, and so I still remember that I should never say their name.
Yeah.
And I appreciate
As
that.
you should.
That's what real brothers do. That's what real brothers do. They beat up their friends from behind. That's what they do.
All right, I love it. Okay, let's move on from the random trade talk I brought up.
Let's go. Okay, I guess these are the 1/8s, so I don't think there's gonna be much conversation.
What is the update on the other?
Well, let's do
the Grizz won. They're winning by 20 right now with 5 minutes left. But let's go for the East one.
Oh, AD is hurt.
Okay, you need to tell people about your Mavs transformation. Like, you're a hardcore hater. It's crazy now.
Went from head over heels, love the Mavs. Like, even in between,
it was romantical.
Like the sadness, like not the super sadness because we had hope in Luka, but like that little just weird phase in between Dirk and Luka.
Mm-hmm.
I was there
Were
watching.
You a Dennis Smith Jr. fan? Because I was.
Yes. Yes.
I think everyone was on Dennis. I was on Dennis Smith Jr. I said, I mean, I wasn't like I'm not a Mavericks fan, but I
Yeah.
thought he was gonna be good.
Yeah, I watched
I-
that draft and I was psyched for y'all.
But I was there, and then I was at your house, and you thought my grandma died when I heard Luca got traded. And now they're the bane of my existence. They keep me up at night. I pray for their downfall every day, and it works. It worked.
It's been working, baby.
It worked. It worked really well.
That's a team that should blow it up.
That,
Yeah.
Like the stadium,
Completely.
like the arena.
No, they should
just the
blow
arena.
up the city. Dang it! Like,
Take the Cowboys with them.
Do
yes.
either of y'all listen to Bill Simmons? Like,
I listen to Bill Simmons every once in a while, but not a lot.
okay, so he has a theory, and it's not. I don't know that it's his specifically.
Is this the Las Vegas
Is it the
theory?
Vegas?
Yeah. So he's fully bought in that they're going to sell the team in the next couple years,
Yeah.
and the NBA is going to give them the Las Vegas franchise.
Yeah. Which I think that's probably gonna happen.
And the theory is that Cuban buys it back for less than he sold it.
And gets Luca back. But okay, why did they have to trade Luca to do that? That's something that's been confusing me. That doesn't make sense. Just
I don't
move to
believe
Las
it.
Vegas with Luca.
I don't
Then they
believe
get a
it.
lot of money. Like, what the heck?
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
believe it. And no, it's not that. Well, I don't know. Would Dallas be the relocation team? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
That would suck, man.
I'm all for it.
That would suck.
Take them
But
away. Banish them.
What would be your new name? The Dallas.
Or for Las Vegas or for
Las Vegas keeps Mavs.
Like the Dallas
Rattlesnakes.
the Dallas depression.
Dallas Depression.
Straight up.
Okay. So we were at Heat.
Yeah, it's the Heat, Cavs.
Oh, wait, start it over.
Yeah, we got the number 1 Cavs versus the number 8 Heat. I don't really have much to say about this series. Let's see. How does he do it? Let's see. Who do they have? Bam Adebayo going down a rim. Cavs in 5. Cavs in 5. I'll give Heat one game. Tyler Hero's
Yeah.
gonna have a 40 piece, and that's it.
He put up 30 tonight
Yeah.
in OT.
And he put up a lot against the. Who was he playing? The Bulls. He put up like 38 against the Bulls. So he'll have a 40 piece. Get them a game. But yeah, Cavs in 5.
Captain 5. The Heat will win.
Wait, time out.
Wait.
Heat and 4. No.
I was going to pick this up and chunk this somewhere if you chose the Heat.
I'm going Cavs and I'll go 5.
Okay,
I
yeah.
almost went 6. Yeah. Put Cap.
The Heat have nothing, no direction or anything. So
Yeah.
sorry, Heat. Prove us wrong.
All right. So our last one is 1-8. We're gonna call it good. We're gonna call it the Grizzlies as the 8.
Yeah.
And the Thunder as the 1. I think this one's pretty easy. The front runner MVP with the OKC Thunder. And then something's happening over here.
Don't worry about it.
Don't.
Don't worry about
Deep
it. It's okay.
lineup, young, good defense that can run the floor, versus a Memphis team without a coach. Jaw's been up and down. You know, can Triple J stay on the floor? Does Zach Edey get played off the court? I think all valid questions.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say OKC in 4.
Okay.
I'm not a big believer in
Okay.
Jaw.
Yeah.
And I actually think he is going to be on the trade block.
Yeah. Okay.
Pretty quick.
Let's talk about jaw trade after because I actually want to talk about that. I'm gonna go Grizzlies in 5. I start.
I was about to shove you off this stool.
Sorry, that one's
You know what? If they win in 5,
Jaw is my
Jaw's back.
Jaw is number 1 player in the whole world. I think Thunder in 5. Like I like this Grizzlies team to win one because I mean they have Jaw, they have Jaren, they have Desmond Bane. That's a poor man's big 3. And I think they'll have one game where they all like kind of go off. Desmond Bane can hit some shots. They can. They're not great defenders, but they have a few defenders here or there. But yeah, I think offensively one game they may go off, but defensively I have no clue how they're gonna stop Shea, J-Dub, and Chet. Like there's nothing on this Grizzlies roster that screams I can stop them.
Sure.
The Grizzlies roster against the defense against the Thunder's offense is going to be like Samuel against this chair. So Samuel's sitting on a chair right now. That's like a broken chair.
We had a screw fall out. If you
Oh, I
So-
missed that.
yeah.
So Samuel's
about
the
it.
Thunder offense, and the chair's the Grizzlies defense.
And
Gonna get absolutely destroyed, that Grizzlies defense. So yeah,
What do you think?
Thunder and 5.
Thunder and 4. I like the Thunder. I think Shea's gonna elevate in the playoffs. Like I do.
Elevate for what he already is.
Yeah, I think
Average,
he's
like,
gonna
40?
go up.
So instead of shooting 15 free throws a game, he's gonna shoot 25.
Yes, I think he's gonna elevate in some way, and I trust it.
Yeah,
I'm a Thunder fan also.
I like
so
the general elevate in some way.
just elevate.
I mean, he's a good player, so I could see that happening.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so I think we finished all the picks. Before we're gonna go do a little special
gimmick.
Special gimmick.
gimmick.
But
Yeah.
before we do that, I think we should give our championship picks, or should we give that in our gimmick? Which one would fit better? We could give it
No,
within the
let's do
gimmick.
championship picks in our gimmick.
Okay.
In the gimmick.
And then let's do. Are we gonna do a bet like we did for the NFL playoffs?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then let's do. Are we gonna do impactful players?
Probably
probably
not.
not.
This thing's gonna go too long, so I think we'll just do the gimmick. Okay.
All right.
Here's our gimmick. This is gonna be fun. We're gonna do a little bit NBA team draft. So we're gonna be each choosing different NBA teams. We're gonna go in order. It's gotta be who's first?
I think it goes 1, 2, 3.
3.
yeah.
And it's gonna be a snake draft. So we're gonna be choosing NBA teams that we think can win a championship. So for example, let's say I choose the Thunder, and the Thunder win the championship, I would win the game. But we'll each choose 4 different teams. We're gonna put some money on the line, and whoever's team wins the NBA championship gets all that money, winner take all.
That's right. We are gambling.
We are
Yes.
we last episode we talked about how we're gambling experts. We're showing you right now how to gamble.
Yeah. Please take our expert advice.
By the way,
This is professional advice.
if you want to take our expert advice, put a bunch of money on the Rockets because we all chose the Rockets, and the Warriors are favored. So put
Yeah.
a lot of money.
Put the mortgage.
The whole mortgage. I
kid-
would,
It's college fund.
You know that kid that wants to go to college? Don't worry about it.
see the
We
thing
can
is,
get more money out of that.
you can now if you can double that, and so then you can make another kid, and they can both go to college. It gives you it's like a money hack and a college hack, infinite money hack and infinite college hack.
Pass double to the next person.
Yeah.
Pass and double to the next person.
Perfect. Okay, so the first pick is going to Mr. Ethan
Ethan
Parrish.
Okay. So just to be clear, we're not doing like playoff wins or anything. If you pick a team that wins the finals.
It's
Yes.
winner take all. They
Okay.
had to win the finals.
All right. So my first pick is going to be the Boston Celtics.
Okay.
Okay, I realize that that's probably not the most popular pick. Some people would pick, probably most people would pick OKC first, and then a lot of people would pick the Cavs to come out of the East. I'm gonna go with Boston. I trust their top 7 a lot, maybe even 8. I
Yeah,
think
best in-
once
best in
Brown
country.
gets healthy, I mean they probably don't need him until the conference finals, but. I'm a big fan of the Celtics, and I trust their experience. And Jason Tatum's gone to another level this year. So, anyways, I'm a big fan.
I think that's the safest pick. Like,
Yeah.
I think obviously the Thunder are a favorite. Obviously the Cavs are a favorite. But I think the Celtics is the safest pick because 1, they have one of the easiest paths. And 2, like, they've just been there. They've done that. They have great 1-2 punch stars, and their depth is incredible. I love that pick.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, so I have
Jones,
a
you up.
proposition to
Okay.
change
Are
this
you-
a little bit.
Are you gonna trade your
Are you
pick?
gonna
No,
make a
no,
trade?
I'm not
I'll
gonna make
take
a
a
trade.
trade.
That'd be
I'll take a
crazy.
trade.
I'm trading all. No. What if we do instead of it's just the winner? So this would make that some of the later draft picks more viable. Whoever has the best, all their teams have the best combined record.
What if we split it and do 2 different pots?
Well, it's just gonna be the same draft.
Same draft, 2 different pots.
Wait, what do you mean?
Like there's a championship pot.
Someone's just
Oh,
losing.
2 different pods. I think you did 2 different pods, like we record.
No.
Okay, let's do that. 2 different pots. So
Okay.
wait, we need to put money. We didn't even put money. We just
What
put.
about like $5? So winner gets.
So
$10 per pot.
$10 per pot. So 1 pot. Someone.
So
gets
I got to put up 20 total.
20. Yeah,
Yeah.
we both all put up 20.
I'll put up 20.
Okay.
I'm put up 20. Okay.
in.
So yeah, we have 2 different now. The adjustment. 1 pot goes to whoever's team wins the championship. The other one who is teams combined, the 4 teams have the best record. So it kind of makes all the picks matter more. Because some of the
Does that change your pick?
No.
Because some of the later picks may not quite matter as much.
Yeah.
Because they're like, is this team really going to win? But now they matter because are they going to win a series? Because they win a series.
Sure.
I'm going to go with the Cavs. And the reason I'm going with the Cavs is because of this new little wrinkle I put in, is because they have easier paths. So I think they're going to win games. And I actually think they could win the championship. I'm a big Cavs guy.
Okay.
Like, I think this starting 5 is so good. You got, obviously, we've seen Donovan Mitchell be insane in the playoffs. Utah Jazz days and Cavs days, he's like been averaging like 25 points per game in the playoffs. He plays playoffs well. He elevates in the playoffs.
Oh my goodness.
And then you got insane defense. It's hard to score at the rim against them. DeAndre Hunter, he's a great defender. And then you got my exciting whites off the bench. Ty Jerome. Actually, I learned Ty Jerome is not actually white. He's a bright skin. You know, like Isaiah Hartenstein. So I guess he's not exciting white anymore, but he's still white in my heart. You got Ty Jerome and Max Strus. So I'm gonna take the Cavs because I just believe in that roster a lot. I think they're being undervalued because people are taking their last year's playoff performance and applying it to this year. But Jared Allen was injured, Darius Garland was injured, and so I think I think they can get all the way, and I think they're gonna get a lot of wins.
Hey, dude, we just sold. We're giving him OKC.
Yeah, I know.
I noticed that.
I know, but I think the Cavs. Like, I think the Cavs can win a championship, and I think they have the easiest path. Like, I could see the Thunder losing in the second round a lot more likely than the Cavs losing the second round.
Okay.
So that's my logic.
Okay. We need one small clarification. Winning record, how is that divvied up? Is it
most wins?
Most wins?
Yeah, most wins.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then a tiebreak is win percentage?
Yeah.
Win percentage and total wins, I think
It'd be the same exact. Or not necessarily,
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily.
They would unless they had... Okay.
It'd be like 4-2 series, 4-3 series.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a matter of wins.
Okay, because it could change.
Yeah,
so
it's
that's why I
wins.
was at. I'm taking the Thunder for my first round.
Valid.
Yeah, I can see them easily winning the championship. Like, would not be a surprise. And the one hard part would be their second round. I think they could lose a few games. And then I'm just going to move on from there. My second pick, I might sell.
I would love a sell here.
So I think you might be happy.
Would feed my family.
I'm going Lakers in 5 for my second pick.
Oh, you didn't sell? That was who I was going to choose.
I want Lakers in 5. So.
Okay,
I'm about to sell, but I want to sell. Give me them Los Angeles Clippers. So hear me out. Besides, here's my order of, like, I guess tiers. So I think these are the 4 teams that can win a championship. I think Cavs, Celtics, Thunder, Lakers. And I think there's a tier below that the Clippers, Nuggets, and Knicks are in. So those are like my playoff tiers. And Houston's kind of on the edge of that tier. I haven't decided about that.
I was about to say, where is Houston?
But anyway, I think the Clippers are like just below I could win a title. And I think if everything goes right, considering how hot they've been, how good Kawhi can be in the playoffs, how James Harden has elevated this whole team, and they're one of the best defensive teams. They have Chris Dunn, who's a stopper, who can take on someone's best player. I'm going to take them. I think they could beat the Thunder. Would I choose them against the Thunder? No, but I think they could beat the Thunder in a series. So they're my pick. What do you got, Parrish?
Oh, man, this is hard. So now I feel like we're past all the teams that I could see winning it all. So now I need to pick teams that I'm confident in winning a series.
That's kind of...
And so I think so I'm between 3 right now.
Yeah, and you get back-to-back picks, so you got 2.
Yeah,
picks.
So I'm picking between the Knicks, the Pacers, and the Rockets.
Okay.
So I feel pretty good about the Knicks. I'm going to go with the Knicks.
Okay.
For sure. I think, which I know that Samuel doesn't agree with.
Samuel,
after you want to give your...
Yeah, I want to hear your Pistons take. Which I was close to picking Pistons that series, but I think you have something even more extreme. Am I right?
I just don't trust the Knicks is mostly it. Like, yes.
Yes, but...
Like, what are you asking me for?
So what's your series pick? Pistons, Knicks.
Oh, my pick? I said Knicks in 6.
Okay.
Or no, Pistons in 6.
Explain it.
Yeah.
Explain
What about the Pistons? Is like, yes, this is a team that could beat the Knicks. I get your lack of trust in the Knicks with the Tom Thibodeau stuff. Like, they get tired, they could get injured. I get that, but what about the Pistons?
I've watched the Pistons over the past, like, probably 2 weeks. I've gotten to watch a few of their games. And I just... From just watching their games. Like, it's just a vibe check. I don't actually have anything good on them.
Okay, hey, vibe check is good.
But just vibe check.
I mean, Cade Cunningham's that guy. I think he's arguably the best player in the series, even better than Jalen Brunson.
I think he is.
I think they're probably ranked like 13th, 14th, 15th, 12th in the whole league.
I feel like I'm about to get slammed from the philosophy.
Oh, I wasn't really listening.
No,
I think you're absolutely incorrect. But,
he's trying to figure out right now who to pick.
I actually have another team that I might take, and that's the Timberwolves.
Okay.
Okay.
Here's my thought process. Is while I'm more confident that the Rockets would win their first round series, I'm more confident that the Timberwolves could make the conference finals.
So, like, if it was a Rockets-Timberwolves matchup, you would take the Timberwolves, is what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay.
But I'm not sure that the Timberwolves beat the Lakers.
So it's more of a matchup issue for the Timberwolves in this case.
And then
that's hard.
And now that Lillard is going to be playing in at least some of the games, I'm not like 100% confident that the Pacers are going to win. And then even if they do, am I going to pick them against the Cavs?
Mm-hmm.
I think I have to swing for the fences here.
I like a swing for the fences. I mean, it's whatever strategy you want to take. We just made this game, so we don't know what the right strategy is.
I think I need to go Minnesota.
Dang, that's crazy. I like it, though. I like the swing for the fences.
So who's remaining for you?
I'm taking... Yeah. This was not even a discussion. I'm taking...
Oh, yeah, you're taking the Rockets.
I'm taking the Nuggets.
You're taking the Nuggets. Okay.
See, I'm in the same boat as Parrish. I know my two teams are playing each other, Clippers and Nuggets. So one of them is, like, capped out.
Yeah.
But I think both the Clippers and the Nuggets, like I was saying, can get on a run to a championship. I mean, the Clippers have Jokic, who averaged 30 points, 13 rebounds, and 10 assists. He can single-handedly carry a team. I think the key for them is Jamal Murray. Like, is Jamal Murray good or bad? If he's good, they're going to make a run. If not, they're not. But I'm taking the Nuggets because I think they have that championship potential.
Sure. I like it.
That's my mindset. Even though it may have been stupid to take two teams who are playing each other in the first round, I think both those teams, Clippers and Nuggets, have championship potential.
I think you're going all in on the championship one.
I'm going all in. Yeah, but the thing is, if I have two championship teams, let's say for some reason the series was Cavs and Nuggets, which probably won't happen, that's a lot of wins. And so, So teams that get far are more important than teams that just win this one series. For me, in my mind, I just came up with this strategy. Yeah. It may be the stupidest thing I've ever came up with.
Oh, it's not dumb.
But we came up with it.
Okay.
I think I'm about to pick two teams that are playing each other.
Dang, this man is in a good position.
I'm in a great position, and I think I'm going to take something disgusting.
No, I already know you're taking. That's what I would have done.
Well, the Rockets.
Yeah.
Because I'm taking the Rockets with the 9th pick.
And I think I know who you're taking.
The Warriors.
Yeah. That's the right two in that context. Those both have higher ceilings, I think.
Yeah. Either one of them can make the conference championship. My one problem is I think they're going to meet the Lakers in the second round. Mm-hmm. And that's my one problem. So I think I'm sold on.
Hey, you're guaranteeing yourself 4 wins.
Yes.
Same what I did. Yeah, I'm going to take the
That's funny.
I'm going to take the Pacers here. Because I think they're going to win their series, even though Dame is likely to return now for that Bucks-Pacers series. I still think they win in 6. Their team they've been 34-14 since January 1st. So they've been like one of the best teams in the NBA. And I think in theory, if Cavs are frauds, like some people say they are, Pacers would be the team to beat them. So,
I almost picked Pacers Bucks, honestly.
I'm going to go Pacers.
Yeah, I think that only leaves one team really for me to pick.
Mm-hmm. Which just would be the last pick.
This is the last
pick. So I think that, I think that has to be the Bucks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Wait, is
It's
that
either
right?
Bucks or Pistons. You have
It's
Bucks,
Bucks or
Pistons,
Pistons.
or you could take Grizzlies or
Magic or Heat.
which I'm guessing you don't want to
Am
take.
I doing
them.
the math right now? There should be 5 teams left.
Yeah, you got Magic, Heat, Bucks, Pistons, Grizzlies.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going with the. Yeah, I'm going with the Bucks.
Okay. Hopefully nothing else.
Yeah.
Grizzlies pick.
Okay, so this actually spreads me out pretty good. I have no first round matchups.
Yeah. I have one first round matchup,
one.
and
I
you
have
have
one,
one.
and I will most likely have a round 2.
I like same. Okay, so let's read our teams. Who are your 4 teams?
Okay, so with 101, I took the Celtics. With 203, I picked the Knicks, and then 301, I picked the Wolves.
That was the most controversial one. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But I could see it working out for you.
Well, I think Ryan Russillo might have sold me on it, low key.
Dang you, Ryan! It's all your fault.
Well,
Both of y'all are
who
fired, Coach.
defends Ant?
In what series? The Lakers series?
Any series? No. I'm
Okay,
just
but who
kidding.
defeats Luka and LeBron?
Oh, okay. I actually have
they
an
are.
answer for this.
Okay, I want to hear the answer now.
Okay. You have like some good defensive wings that you can play.
Yeah, but it's Luka and LeBron together,
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
Austin
And
Reeves.
AR-15.
No,
Yeah.
I get it.
AR-15.
I get it.
Yeah.
Can I do that, or is it like Ja will get suspended? Or
But I think the grenade.
that's my favorite celebration now. I'm not
It's
gonna lie.
amazing.
I'm gonna do
Your
that.
favorite?
And
It's
hear me out.
amazing.
Next time I come like play basketball with someone, I'm gonna do that as my celebration.
The
When I hit a
grenade.
three.
When you know disc golf and you do that disc golfing.
I don't know. I just like it. I don't know who's defending Ant. Like Ant might average 40 a game.
Okay.
And then I'm a little bit afraid that Rudy gets put off the court. But even if he does, you have Naz Reid, who I like a lot.
Yeah.
And I think
DFS I think guards Ant, and you have like
probably,
which I
well,
think he's a pretty good. I get it.
or
Ant's faster.
Vincent maybe. No, Vincent's not strong.
Please not Vincent. That man.
Yeah. I
Ever since being on the
guess.
Heat, that man has fallen off a cliff. Oh my lord.
I guess, but I don't know, man. I like Randall and LeBron.
I guess physical. Yeah, I see that.
I like I can't think of his name right now.
Jaden McDaniels,
Yeah, I like him.
who do-
on,
who do
I
you
like
like-
him on Luca
and then Anthony Edwards on AR-15.
or whoever.
But AR-15 is a pretty good.
And then
three.
you have Nikhil Alexander-Walker.
Yeah, the offense he's not.
Well, maybe that's your 4 that you close with, and it's just 1v1 Ant and whoever they
Yeah.
decide to put on him.
No, I think the Lakers Timberwolves series is going to be pretty good. I just believe in Luka and LeBron, like especially seeing Luka last year with the Mavericks and how he like carried a team that had no right being there. I just trust him a lot.
Well,
Oh,
hey,
wait,
I'm,
what team is he on now?
He's on the
weird.
Lakers.
Yeah, that's
What's your thoughts on this series? I know this may be painful. Oh no, you hate the Mavericks.
no,
now.
I hate
so,
the Mavericks.
So yeah,
I'm rooting for the
This has to be
Lakers.
joyful for
I'm
you.
rooting for the
and
Lakers.
this is the team you chose.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on the Lakers Timberwolves series? Because we didn't hear your thoughts.
no, wait,
I
I
legitimately
actually,
think Lakers in 5.
Oh, like actually.
I think the
actually
Lakers
supported
are going to
5.
win. I think it's going to be a long series. I don't remember what I said. I think I said 6 in the last
Yeah, I mean, you probably said like 6 or 7. Let me see. Julius Randle. I got no handles. Light a candle. Lakers in 5. I actually have Lakers in 6, but I need to get good at that. I need to get good at that. Okay, so I chose the Cavs first, Clippers second, Nuggets third, Pacers fourth. So that's my batch of teams. I'm looking at it, and dang, I took a lot of risks. But you miss every shot you don't take, you know what I'm saying? Or something like that. I don't know. What's
Your picks
yours?
are kind of disgusting.
This is the same as when I did for NFL. Anyway.
Yeah. What, my pick?
Yeah, say yours.
I have Thunders.
the Thunders.
Thunders. Thunder, Lakers, Rockets, Warriors.
Dang, yours is literally the best. He kind of cooked with that. We let him do that. We had picks.
One problem is all 3 of these teams are sitting side by side in the bracket.
He only has one team that can make it though.
He has
To the championship.
he
I
has
have
1,
2.
2,
No,
both
no, no.
Thunder and
No, no,
Lakers.
think
Thunder
about
and
it, think
Lakers
about
can
it.
make it.
What are we thinking about?
There's only one West team makes it.
Well, okay. I can't.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's valid.
and you pick 3 teams in the same like quadrant.
Yeah, no, I'm not winning most wins.
He's not mean most wins. I guess he's going for that championship.
I
Yes.
guess so.
I realized.
I
at
did
some
not
point,
realize
I'm
that.
just
Oh,
going full shade.
okay, wait, we could because we have 2 East, 2 West.
Yeah.
We were doing. I was thinking something during.
I
this
just started
episode.
eating West teams.
I was.
I started
thinking
taking
something.
all of the teams from the
You
West.
said that's. You should have took the Pistons. You're a Pistons guy. Should have took them instead of the Warriors.
Well,
probably
here's
should.
my problem: is the Pistons are going to get immediately eaten by the Celtics.
That's okay. They get a series win.
Yeah, but you. But
I don't know.
You should have picked.
If you're such a big Pistons, if you think the Pistons could beat the Knicks, you think
I don't
the
think
Pistons
either
could-
team has a chance here.
You should have picked the Rockets or the Warriors team, and then the Pistons if you thought they could win, or the Bucks.
Well, at some point, I just said I'm not going for the overall winning percentage. I'm going for the win games.
Okay,
won.
so
I'm
you're,
just going.
you're
going for the
all
pot.
in.
Yeah.
You're going for some pot.
Which is not bad because you have the Thunder.
yeah, we did leave that to him.
Yeah, we
I
did
did that.
leave the best team in the league.
I did do that. No, the Cavs have a better record or the Thunder?
No, the Thunder.
Thunder.
The Thunder almost
Thunder-
had
You're
68
right. You're
wins.
right. The Cavs
68
fell. The
wins.
Cavs fell off. I cooked myself. Okay, I think we end off this episode with one last thing.
episode.
Episode. That's episode. With our championship picks. So let's give who we think is coming out of the West, the East, and our reasoning. We'll just go down the line. You want to start, Parrish?
Yeah, Celtics, Thunder.
Okay.
I think it would be a long series, assuming they're both there healthy.
Would be cinema.
It would be. I'm so much more confident in the Celtics scoring options.
Mm-hmm.
I think that of the top 5 scoring options, that they might have 3 or 4.
Mm-hmm.
So I think, well, let's just work
5?
it out. Shea would be number 1.
Okay.
Of the top 5 scoring options, Shea's number 1.
J-Dub 2, right?
Jason Tatum number 2.
Oh, okay. You're talking about from both teams. Yeah,
Yeah,
Jason
yeah.
Tatum number 2.
Jason Tatum number 2, and then Browner, Porzingis.
Brown 3, J-Dub 4. I think J-Dub's over Porzingis.
Oh, I don't know about that.
I'm a big J-Dub guy.
Okay, well, let's just say 3 of the top 5.
Okay, yeah, 3 of the top 5.
I'm more confident in the Celtics scoring options. Both can go double big. Both can do 5-out stuff.
They're very similar teams with a
Yes.
lot of depth, a lot of scoring, a lot of defense.
The
They're very
Thunder are
similar.
younger, not as confident in their shooting ability. I love the double defensive guards for the Celtics. I think I would choose the Celtics.
Okay, Celtics in 6, 7.
Let's just do 6, 7.
7.
7.
Hey,
I'll do
come
Celtics
on.
in 7. I'm not super
take that,
confident.
LaMelo.
I'm here for the Cavs and the Thunder. I think I'm picking both
Beautiful.
1 seeds to go through. I think it's
Coward.
I'm
Pick
not-
the Pistons.
Yeah, if you really are a Pistons guy,
I'm not the short.
You
Y'all
love-
pushed me so far on the
you
Pistons.
love their vibes. The vibes are gonna take them all the way.
I don't love the vibes.
The vibes
I like
are-
them more than the Knicks.
The vibes are incredible. They
Hey,
want to fight
Beasley's
everyone.
awesome, dude.
They want to fight everyone, bro. And I want to fight them.
Beef stew.
Beef
I love
stew?
it.
That's your guy.
Holland? I
Ron
want-
Holland? Ron
You know
Holland's rookie who wants to
Every
beat everyone
team
up.
needs a dude who just fights the other team.
If they
Rockets have a lot of that, and the Pistons have a lot of that.
The Spurs need some of
That's
that.
the new
Maybe
method.
Castle's our guy. Or Sohan.
Get rid of Sohan, bro. I don't hate that man, but that man needs to.
Low-key. He's
exit.
going to be in the
Brooks.
KD trade
Brooks.
this summer.
But no, I'm here for the Thunder and the Cavs. Cavs have the top offense in the league. Thunder's like 4th offense in the league. And then, but the flip side is the Cavs are like mid-tier on defense. Like they're sitting right in the middle of the pack, I believe. Whereas the Thunder are sitting at like 3. Do you have that open?
Yeah, I'm picking that up right now.
Yeah,
So
it's somewhere in
the
that.
Thunder have the best defensive
Best
rating,
defense. Okay.
and the Cavs have the 8th best.
That's
I thought the
pretty
Cavs
good.
were lower. Okay.
They have the 8th best. They have such a good inside interior
Yeah.
defense with Evan Mobley and
Their wing defense
what's his
has
face,
got better
Jared
with
Allen.
Hunter, too.
Yeah, but I think towards the beginning it was a start for kind of slow as in weak defense, but also Donovan Mitchell can be athletic on the defensive side. But yes, Thunder have a better defense.
Mitchell's going to get picked on.
I think
Right.
Garland's the one getting picked on.
Sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
Garland.
Okay.
That's what I meant.
I think Mitchell's going to be good in this series, in the finals. I think if they get there, I think he plays well. I have Cavs in 7.
Cavs in 7. Dang. Okay,
6, 7.
6-7, baby.
6-7.
This one's I keep going back and forth. So I have Cavs in the East. I've been on the Cavs train for a long time, as Parrish knows. That's my train. I think I'm the captain at this point. Like I said, I love those exciting whites off the bench. Their bench is great. Just that able to have a bunch of guys off the bench who can shoot threes and also defend is great. But also, like, you have so much lineup flexibility, and that's such a key in the playoffs. Is you have that. So did the Celtics, honestly. So that series when they play each other in the Eastern Conference Finals is going to be good. But I just think Donovan Mitchell's so good in the playoffs. I think Darius Garland really hasn't got a chance, but I trust him. Evan Mobley's becoming that guy. And I think that DeAndre Hunter addition put them over edge of the Celtics, where I think their starting lineups are pretty similar quality. I think the Celtics and Cavs, like before that trade, was Celtics were a little better. I think their starting lineups are so comparable. Their benches are so comparable. I just believe in the Cavs. They're being disrespected. They're being like, people are picking the Pacers to beat them. I think they're going to be inspired. So I think they're going to make it out of the East. The West, I'm going back and forth between the Lakers and Thunder. And I believe, I guess, in some sort of NBA conspiracies.
You think the Lakers?
Lakers are going to make it to the finals. You're going to have a Cavs.
Do you work for ESPN?
I may work for ESPN.
Are you an ESPN
No, I'm saying
plant?
I'm saying the refs work for ESPN. So that's why I'm saying this. But I think Luka and LeBron together is
You just want a Bronny game winner.
I do. No, I do not like
Bronny
Bronny.
game winner.
Bronny game
But
winner.
both
JJ Redick suits up.
would go crazy. Player coach, they low-key need him.
There was one. Wasn't Bill Russell a player coach?
Yeah.
Potentially, yes,
Yes.
I think so.
I'm pretty sure he was.
Come back, JJ. We need you.
But this Lakers pick, one is to kind of be, I was thinking a lot of Thunder. One is to be different than Samuel, but two is just Luka elevates so much in the playoffs, and so does LeBron. And those two are two of the greatest playoff performers I've ever watched. Period. Like, I'm not even like, they're maybe the two I've ever watched, and those two on the same team, even with all their flaws, and dang, they have a lot of flaws. I think they make it to the finals, but I'm going to choose the Cavs just because of that depth, just because I believe in Donovan Mitchell, Evan Mobley, Darius Garland, their lineup flexibility. So Cavs in 6 versus the Lakers.
So did you pick the Cavs as well?
Yes.
Cavs in 7.
Okay, I want to just do a little quick. We'll do it when it comes because I'm pretty confident that it'll come. But a little Celtics Cavs preview.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that the Cavs can defend the Celtics like the Celtics can defend the Cavs.
Okay.
I think you have 2 guards for the Celtics that can defend really well. I don't think you have that for the Cavs. Are we 100% sure that Mobley can defend Jason Tatum well? I'm not. Am I 100% sure that Jason Tatum can guard Mobley well? I am.
Okay, yeah.
Because Mobley's basically just a stretch 4. Well, he can do some inside stuff, but
Yeah. No,
for all
he's pretty good
intents and
inside.
all intents and purposes, he's a stretch 4.
I think he could do a little more inside than you're giving him credit for.
No, okay,
But yeah,
sure. But like Jason Tatum, I know he's listed at 6'8", dude 6'9", 6'10". In reality,
Yeah.
I'm not sure that they're like. I just think Jason Tatum is the key. He's the best player in the series, pretty easily to me. But, anyways, that's where I'm coming from.
I agree that the matchup on the defensive end is not great for the Cavs, but they've still been a solid defensive team. I think that DeAndre Hunter addition really helps. I think you match him up against either probably Brown. That's probably the matchup is DeAndre Hunter on Brown. The keys, can Evan Mobley keep up with Jason Tatum? That's really scary. But also, I think the Cavs can be pretty physical in size. And then also, I think Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland, though, let's say the starting lineup. So it's Derek White, right? Drew Holiday,
Yeah.
Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Porzingis. Porzingis, though a tall center, is not really an inside guy. I mean, he's pretty good rim defender, but I think they'll be able to penetrate a little more inside. Like, I don't think the Celtics will have any penetration. And I think...
You don't think they'll have any? I think Jason Tatum could run by Mobley.
But then you have to meet Jared out at the rim kind of thing.
So I think with a 5 out, I think Allen could get played off the floor.
I just don't think so. Like...
I think it'll be like a Gobert kind of day.
Okay. Maybe you're right. I think that Allen's a little more athletic than Gobert. And so I think, and it's not like Porzingis is a guy who's like, I'm going to make all these dribble moves and shoot a 3. But yeah, it's going to be stretched out a little bit. But
I
yeah,
don't know, man. Young Porzingis could do some stuff.
I'm putting a lot of hope in Evan Mobley, maybe too much in slowing down Jason Tatum. And I think Darius Garland and Donovan Mitchell and Evan Mobley having some pick and roll action together can create a lot of offense. And Donovan Mitchell's just been so good in the playoffs. So that's kind of my Cavs mindset. But I really do see where you're coming from. And I think it's going to be a very fascinating series to watch.
I think the top 7 for the Celtics is the best top 7 in the league.
Yeah, I think so.
So
I think so.
that's my personal opinion.
I could see that. And so, like, in theory, I should be picking the Celtics. I just have loved the season, and I think they're going to have a lot of fire under them, whereas the Celtics may not because they've already had a championship.
Yeah, that's true. The second time around is the hardest.
Who knows? I can't wait for that series.
Yeah. Well, I also want to see the Knicks series before I'm like.
True. If the Knicks
or the Pistons.
Pacers.
Our boy thinks it's gonna be the Pistons.
Pistons over Knicks.
No
and the
hate.
Pistons get out.
You know we're dunking on you if
I
the Knicks
know.
beat the Pistons.
Oh, yeah.
You're like
I'm not
attached at
coming
the hip
back.
to
I'm
them
not coming
now.
back.
Whenever it's over in 2 weeks and it's 4-0.
Oh, it's gonna be crazy.
All right, are we done?
I think we're done. That was electric. Any more thoughts before the playoffs start? We're probably gonna release this like 2 hours before the playoffs start. Any more last second thoughts?
Celtics all the way. My Spurs are coming next year.
Okay.
Wemby's coming. I don't know.
Yeah, I think this playoffs are gonna be really fun. I think the most fun this is the most anticipatory I've been for the playoffs in a long time. Like, because there's so many good first round series. Like Rockets Warriors, we don't know who's gonna win that. Timberwolves Lakers, in theory, either could win that. Nuggets
Clippers.
Pistons Knicks, Pacers Bucks. Like, we have so many good first round matchups. I'm really excited. Any final thoughts from
Lakers in 5.
Lakers in 5?
I have a play-in thought real quick. AD put up 40 tonight.
And then got injured.
Yeah.
Hey, the trade was worth it. Luka was fat. Come on.
Defense wins championships.
Oh,
Defense doesn't win play-in games.
it wins championships. Only.
And they have such a weird lineup.
Exclusively.
Well, hey, thank y'all for watching. Like, subscribe. We got Spotify. We got YouTube. We have Apple Podcasts.
Yeah.
We have an Instagram. We're going to
Crazy.
get a Twitter.
We're going to get everything. We're going to be tweeting throughout the playoffs.
So, and I will definitely be in control of the Twitter.
Would be electric. You really do need
It's
to be in
going to be
control.
electric.
And yeah, thank you. We love you. Peace. Oh, you forgot your new
Oh my goodness. Sorry.
peace.
Peace.